Okay, on this video, I'm de-influencing you about, the realities of being an influencer, being the freelancer life, the entrepreneur life, things like. So, ito lang yung tanong ko, why is everyone glamorizing the freelancing, the work from home, entrepreneur life, the YouTuber, the affiliate life, the digital seller life, but nobody talks about how hard it is. So, let's talk about it. Alam mo yung nakadepende ka sa income ng business or income ng side hustle mo, sure, malaki yung chance na magkakaroon ka ng malaking income, but the reality is it's so scary kasi walang stability. Lalong-lalo na kung may nakadepende sa'yo at sa income mo on a monthly basis, on a daily basis. Yung hindi lang ikaw, yung pamilyado ka na, yung may mga anak ka na, may sinusuportaan ka na. Can we all stop influencing our friends to resign and pursue an online career or business? Kasi di naman yun para sa lahat eh. For context, in 2016, I started my grab car and condo business. And in 2017, I resigned at my flight attendant job. In 2018, I launched my book and coaching and digital course business online. At the same time, I started my online brand as a mommy influencer on YouTube. And 2020, the pandemic hit. I still have enormous, as in, baon na baon ako sa utang. Kasi, yung cars ko, binabayaran pa sa bangko. Yung condo ko, binabayaran pa sa bangko. Nawala yung tenant, nawala yung kita ng mga driver. So, from 2020 to 2022, walang kinikita yung business na yon. Pero baon na baon ako sa utang kasi monthly, 6 figures ang kailangan kong bayaran sa bangko. So yun, doon ako nagsimula mag-freelancing. Pinasok ko yung freelancing life. Sinare ko rin yung tips ko sa aking YouTube channel. Pero hindi ko siya natutukan kasi syempre, busy-busy na ako para makover ko yung 6 figure na kailangan kong buuin kada buwan. Take note, hindi yun kasali yung personal bills namin, yung utang lang yun. And then, nung time na yon na-achieve ko naman yung 6-digit monthly na income as a freelancer. My niche is SEO and nag-YouTube management ako, and I also do video editing. Yun talaga yung main skills ko. So, yun, kamit naman natin yung 6-digit income na yun, pero nawala din yung tulog natin. Wala na rin tayong tulog nung time na yun. And then I figured out na wala rin talagang stability yung pag-freelance nung time na yon. And I finally was out of debt by 2022. Thank God na fully paid natin yung ating bayarin sa cars at sa condo. Fully paid na yon. Tapos, that's the time I started my another brick and mortar or small business dito sa Baguio City nung lumipat na kami. I started another business na Paglaom Studio. Yun nga yung business natin ngayon. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay. If you think na it's all about work from anywhere, work while you're taking care of your kids, being there for your family, freedom of time, earning 6 figures, na walang effort, it's not. Kasi having your own thing, oo, wala ka ngang 9 to 5, pero ang meron ka is you work 24/7. Yun yung trade-off doon. Totoo ngang freedom of time, oo, kasama ko talaga yung mga anak ko, pero nandyan sila, nagtatrabaho ako. Lagi ko silang pinapatahimik para makapag-focus ako. Andyan ka nga, pero busy ka din. Wala ka in yung presence mo nung time na yon. Or, magtatrabaho ka pag tulog na sila, which is nasa-sacrifice mo naman yung tulog mo sa mga panahon na ganun. As a freelancer, na-realize ko na come and go ang mga clients. Oo, they pay in dollars. Oo, malaki ang kitaan, lalo na pag nakahanap ka ng maayos-ayos na client. Pero going to that point, parang taas ng time na dinadoubt mo yung sarili mo kasi apply ka ng apply, walang tumatanggap sa'yo, lalo na sa simula. Dumadating yung point na umiiyak na talaga ako sa kay Dada noon kasi sabi ko, bakit walang pumapansin sa mga applications ko? Bakit parang wala na ba, hindi na ba talaga ako katanggap-tanggap? Tapos hindi ako makapagtrabaho like a regular job kasi nga pandemic. And ang aking profession na natapos is nursing. So kung magtatrabaho ako, magno-nurse ako, magpa-frontliner ako, which is hindi naman katanggap-tanggap naman sa aming pamilya yun kasi meron pa akong anak na nagbe-breastfeed sa akin. As a freelancer, on top of the regular work, kung meron ka ng client, dahil nga na-realize mo na hindi stable yung client na yun, anytime pwedeng mawala, anytime pwedeng bukas wala ka ng trabaho, you still have to put in 2 to 4 hours per day to keep on applying on other jobs and build your LinkedIn, your marketing, and then pitch your service. Yes, service as a freelancer. I started as a video editor and ang mali ko pa noon dati kasi laging naghahanap ng service siya, hindi siya tangible thing na mabibili nila. Kailangan nila ng free jobs to prove na kaya mong gawin yung job. So ako naman si pumapayag ng free jobs in exchange of a parang opportunity to work for them after that, in which after na nabigay ko na yung finished task, gino-ghosting na nila ako. Or meron naman akong mga clients na magbibigay ng deposit, they want to work outside ng platform kung saan nila ako nakita. Ako naman si pumapayag na okay, through PayPal na lang bayaran. I'll give the deliverables and at the end of the month, hindi nila ako babayaran sa kanilang balanse. So, merong akong mga clients na may utang pa sa akin sa mga services na na-render ko. Kasi nga service yung ino-offer ko, hindi nila makita right off the bat kung ano yun. So, kailangan mo i-prove na ito yung service mo dahil ganyan-ganyan. At saka as a baguhan, talagang prone talaga ako sa mga scam ng mga clients na yan. Nakakaloka talaga. Diyos ko po. Nobody talks about the freelancer na went back to corporate just to sustain their lives. Kasi as a freelancer, pwedeng mawala yung job mo anytime. Tapos paano pag yung buong pamilya mo is umaasa sa'yo? Hindi naman pwede. So, babalik ka talaga sa corporate. And nobody talks about the business owners that goes back to work just to sustain yung current business nila. Kasi business, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes lugi, sometimes abono ka pa. You know, just like me, I have a business, pero I still have my own clients na I still cater to online. In reality, the freelancing life, the entrepreneur life, you know, the online influencer, try ko rin yan, the online influencer life, the affiliate life, ano pa bang tawag doon, the digital seller life, uh, it's it's not for the faint of heart. And it's not a way to riches. Pwede, pero malakas ba ang loob mo na make it the way to the riches? Kasi, oh my gosh, if you really want to try this life, I suggest na mag-ipon ka na muna ng 3 to 6 months worth of emergency funds or 3 to 6 months budget nyo sa isang buwan before you dive straight into it na full-time, walang backup. I guess people just glamorize it nowadays kasi nga mahirap na if you make it as a full-time YouTuber or as a entrepreneur, as a freelancer, if you make it, it's an achievement on itself na talagang sobrang hirap niyang gawin. Naman sinasuggest na i-hate nyo yung mga online influencer natin na nag-reflex ng kanilang entrepreneur lifestyle. Bigyan nyo sila ng time to enjoy their moment kasi deserve nila yun. Kung nagawa nga talaga nila yung pag-break free sa 9 to 5. Ayan. Let them enjoy the fruits of their labor kasi deserve nila yon. I am de-influencing you about this, pero if you really want to go about it, I won't stop you. Kasi kung gusto mo talaga ito, yun talaga yung gustong gawin ng iyong kapusuan na maging entrepreneur, maging freelancer, work from home, go for it. And if you have a parent or partner na nagsusupport sa'yo while you're going for your dream, ay napakaswerte mo. Don't take it for granted. Like for me, my man, he supports all of us while I try to pay my debt, while I pursue anything that I'm trying to pursue in my life. My man talaga. Siya talaga yung sumasagot sa bills namin. Lalong-lalo na hindi lang kami single couple, meron kaming dalawang anak na umaasa sa amin. So, for example, if you really want to do this thing, as long as yung hindi ka naman magugutom. And worse, dapat hindi rin magugutom yung mga anak mo na umaasa sa'yo. O yung pamilya mo, kung ikaw yung breadwinner na umaasa sa'yo. Hindi ka magugutom while doing it, then go for it, di ba? If you like content like this, real talks, and advice I give to my younger self, follow me for more. I have a podcast, I have a YouTube channel, links in my bio, and see you on the next video. Bye!